I'm living out loud!
Live out loud.
Topic, managing school and work in your faith, as well as growing in your faith. So for a lot of people, this is challenging. It sounds pretty easy, but a lot of times it's challenging because you find that certain people want to fit in, even when they're at school and at work. They really don't want to, but they find themselves doing it anyway. And they want to be bold. They want to, Jesus is great. He's great and good. But sometimes the world overcomes us, and we don't even see that. Yeah. We don't even know it. We go back home, we say, yeah, Jesus should have liked, but it's like when we go back out, we're kind of fitting into the world. Yeah. So how would you all tell others, or how could you encourage them to grow in their faith while they're in school or at work?
I just want to say this, and I'm not going to say much. I'm going to just say one scripture to remember. I can't remember. I think it's in Matthew. Basically, Jesus says, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. That's one thing you got to remember that'll help you out. I'm done.
Also, like for me, I know I've always been quiet in school. So when it came to actually speaking out, that never really came to me. So one thing I found out as I went to school was that just acting and making sure that I am shining my light in the things that I do, people actually see that. Because I found a lot of people have actually said something about it. So even if you're not as vocal about it, just make sure your light is shining.
Okay, I got nothing to say. That just reminds me, because I always get it at work. People always be like, some way they always tell me that they're watching me. Like, I mean, like that's one thing. Like we try to tell people, we gotta remember ourselves. People are always watching, regardless of what you do. They watching you. You walk into the bathroom at a certain time. Yeah, I saw you went there at 4:43. I didn't know what time I went to the bathroom. Like, you was in there for how long? You came out. I mean, like people just watch you, whatever you do. Like. They watch how you gauge certain situations and things like that. Do you get angry? Do you get mad, frustrated? You cuss everybody out because you mad, or you bring the whole spirit down aside, the whole thing because you're not having a good day. People watch you. So, I mean, it's one thing we all have to look out for. And I'm done with that.
So, one thing that really got me, like, especially as I was going through high school, because I went to Southfield Lakers, and Southfield Lakers was just a crazy place. But, don't come to my school like that.
I went to the same school.
I know, that's why I don't come looking like that. But one thing for me personally, as I was especially going through high school, because that's such an environment of such intense peer pressure, and everybody's trying to get to be along with everybody else. Everybody wants to get that standard or whatever. One thing I had to do is I didn't even have to say anything. Like I didn't have to say Jesus at all, but people would just see, as Stephen said, the way I gauge situations, or what I did with my free time in class. I finished an assignment early, and instead of getting on Facebook on a computer, or pulling out my phone and texting somebody like, oh, we're supposed to have phones in class, I pull my Bible out and I read a couple scriptures, or I just sit quietly and I put my head down and I might say a prayer. People might think I'm asleep, so whatever the case may be, I'm just spending my own little quiet time with God in those moments that I have. And so people started to ask me about that and question me, like, what are you doing? Like, what is this little gray thing on your desk? It's the Bible. It has a cross on the front. What do you mean what is it? But I didn't say it. I thought it, okay? But, I mean, like, just, little things like that. Just not even proclaiming you're a sinner and you're all going to hell and you're on a bird. No, just, just trying to benefit, and further my relationship with God. Just even in that time that I had in class, is one way that kind of helped me open up those conversations to have those talks and things like that.
Awesome. So this wraps up our first rectangular discussion.
That's right.
So we thank you guys for joining us, and we'll check you guys later.
Live out loud.
Shout it out. How does one live out loud? The answer is simple. By spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Live out loud.
God bless.